All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the pilot stream of Nintendo Power Quest. Real quick, just want to delve into what we're going to be doing here. The idea behind this is that when I was a kid, I was the kind of kid where I only got one, maybe two new games a year. And my parents didn't let me play video games during the weekdays. I was only allowed to play on the weekends. So a lot of my early teen years was spent reading Nintendo Power magazines. And there was like a lot of games in those issues where I'd read it and go, oh, that looks cool. And then I just never played it. So today we're just going to relive the memories of sitting down on a cozy afternoon. It's a Friday today. It's probably not going to stay a Friday stream, but have the day off, so I wanted to get some chill games going. We're just going to read through an old Nintendo Power magazine. And today we're going to start off with, let me just get this set up on my end. Turn this down. Boop. We're going to be reading issue 143, which is near as I can narrow down. Sorry, I'm just getting some music going a little bit. Near as I can narrow down, this is the first issue I've ever owned. Which may explain why I'm so in love with the Game Boy Advance. Maybe we'll uncover the secrets of why that is. We'll find out. So we're just going to read through this magazine, and if we see any games that interest us, maybe it's a game that I remember reading about, but I never got to play and I want to try it out, we'll try playing it. Or maybe if we'll see a game that we're all go, oh, this is a cool game, let's just play it for funsies, even though we all know what it is, we just want to talk about it. We'll do that. I am very nervous for some reason, just because I have no idea how this is going to go. I don't know how long this is going to take. I don't know if I'm going to get through the full issue in one sitting. I don't know. We'll find out. Kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. So, let's see if I can remember my setup stuff. Alright, so. Oh yeah, I'm going to be... Normally I don't do, when playing video games, I don't do a lot of reading along with the video game in like a Let's Play or a stream or anything like that, because that's kind of cliche. But this is a very text-heavy format, so I'm probably going to be doing a lot of out-loud reading. So hopefully it doesn't bother some of you out there. So let's see. This is the... We've gone past the cover. This is the first page. It's an ad for Nintendo Power, which is kind of wild since you would read this in a Nintendo Power magazine. But hey, trying to upsell you with a Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask Player's Guide. Does my cursor come through on this? Yes, it does. Looking over at my stream. Man, $20 for a full year of Nintendo Power. I'd sub to that right now if it was still going, honestly. Majora's Mask Player's Guide, Majora's Mask Soundtrack. Majora's Mask is such a good fucking game. I actually have the soundtrack for the 3D version. That was like the last Club Nintendo award I got before they shut down. Alright. Now we have this wonderful, supposedly anti-cigarette ad. But I mean, look at this. Forget all the health risks. If the beautiful people do it, it must be okay. I want to smoke cigarettes now. Cigarettes are cool, folks. Guys, don't actually do cigarettes. I'm just making fun of this ad. Oh, down here in the small text. Hey, I'm addicted. I'm living dangerously, so I must be... Well, again, that's... Whatever. Bad ad. That's the early... late 90s, early 2000s for you. All right. Table of contents. So, some of this is going to be a bit hard to read. I didn't read through this whole magazine ahead of time, but I did skim through it. Man... Early 2000s, we didn't know a lot about formatting because, look at this. White text on a light blue background. Come on, folks. Come on. I'm really interested in reading anything about the Game Boy Advance. I love the Game Boy Advance so much. It was the first anything video game related that I bought solely with my own money. So, it's kind of got a special place in my heart. Game Boy Advance new name and portable play debuts in Japan this month. Alright, so this month of the magazine coming out is the month that the Game Boy Advance launched in Japan. There's probably been a lot of Game Boy Advance stuff in this magazine. More than 20 titles released in Japan. What games are going to make their way to North America when the Game Boy Advance lands in shores this June? So this is an April magazine, so April, May, June. So the Game Boy Advance was 2 months away. when this came out. Yeah, I bet this would be a lot more readable with a physical copy. Weirdly enough, finding scans for later power... Sorry, there we go. Full screen. Later power Nintendo... Oh my god. Later issue Nintendo Power magazines. Hard to find. They're very well archived and scanned up to about issue 100, and then it just drops off a cliff. So, not a lot of people cared to archive the mid to late Nintendo Powers. See, we're gonna get some Dr. Mario 64 going on in here. It's a Mario Party 3. The latest in the ultra-popular multiplayer party game series. Exclusive first look at the game. Kirby Tilt and Tumble. I won't be able to play that. I mean, if you guys really want, I can try. I don't know if the emulator is set up with tilt controls. Man, did Kirby Tilt and Tumble ever come out for Wii U? Because you could fucking play that on a gyro gamepad. That probably would have taken some work. That would have been dope. I guess the 3DS also had gyro. Please excuse the framiness of when I'm like scrolling a page around. That's only when I'm zoomed in. I'm still learning how to use this comic reader program. It's a little bit framey when I'm like zoomed in and then I scroll the page around. Party Planner Panzer's really excited about Mario Party. So, oh fuck me. I'm seeing a game in the strategy list that I already know we're going to be looking into when I hit it. Oh fuck me, Project M. We're going to get to that. I remember this issue quite a bit. Alright, so I am very, very much interested in reading all of these fan mail. Because fucking come on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so I love fan mail. I always read the fan mail. Right away takes us back to school. Old school. Share your most memorable gaming moment. Alright, so let's see what everyone thought their favorite fan moment was in the fan mail. I think the most touching scene in a game is in Diddy Kong Racing when you beat Wizpig for the second time and everyone throws you a big party. Aw, that's sweet. There are many things in Majora's Mask that move me. My favorite was when I reunited Anju and Cafe. That is a very sweet moment. I found it sad they only got to be together for less than a day. That's a really sad part. Right after I read your question, I had to write, this is the only time in my life I ever cried over a video game, Lufia 2. The ending is so sad. I was 12 when I first beat it. I still cry every time I see it. Lufia 2 is a game that I've tried playing on emulator a couple times, but it never stuck with me. That's just more of an emulator thing. I think Lufia 2 is a cool game. I really should play it through sometime. The ending scene for Chrono Trigger was one of the most touching in Nintendo history. I mean, here are all these people you traveled, fought, and laughed with. You have to go back to different times and never see Chrono again. It even brings Robo to tears. Or oily drops. Haha. The end of Earthbound is this person's most touching moment. When the team breaks up, you read letters from Jeff's friend Tony, Ness's mom, and the kids at Polestar Preschool. Everyone you talk to on the way home wants to hear your stories. Some comment on how much you've finally grown up. How much you've grown up, and then finally into a different... You finally... Thank God, Ness, you're finally an adult now. You call your dad one last time and find out he'll be home for your birthday. Oh, shit. Apparently, there is a magnifier glass I've just learned how to turn on. I'd have to say the most mushy moment when Mario and Bowser kiss in Super Mario RPG. And then I played it again in Mario and Booster kiss. Super Mario RPG. Ooh. Such a risque game. It foretold Bowsette. Mario and Bowser kissing. Mario's a lovable guy, but he doesn't return the smooch. Do Bowser and Booster have bad breath? Oh shit, hold on, what's the letter of the month? The best scene is in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time when Saria gives Link her ocarina gives Link her ocarina in the forest and he just runs off without saying a goddamn word.
I hope this works.
Fucking hell, Link. What an asshole. My sister started crying badly when she saw it, and now she's always talking about it. I think Mr. Miyamoto just wants my sister to bug me for the rest of my life. Apparently a lot of letters got sent in. Everyone said Saria and Link. That is one of the saddest moments in video games. Oh, hold on. I'm skipping this Majora's Mask one because we already had Majora's Mask. The most touching scene has to be in WCW Revenge, when you win a tag team match and the two players are gazing into each other's eyes with a look of love on their faces. It makes you want to cry. Nothing says tenderness quite like a folding chair smacking your opponent's back. Hold on, that's from Anonymous. That's gotta be a fake mail. Come on, Nintendo Power. It's a funny mail. I'll give you that much. Man, a lot of Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask really is a touching video game. That game's got a lot of really cool I fucking love Majora's Mask. God damn, I keep accidentally turning on the magnifier. The best scene in video game history is from Final Fantasy III. Edgar and Sabin are having a flashback to their parents' demise. Man, Final Fantasy III is a game I keep trying to get into, but an emulator thing where just like, if I don't have the game physically in my hands, I don't stick with the game. That being said, I do now have Final Fantasy, well, technically 6. Final Fantasy 6 on the Game Boy Advance. I should play that game. My 3-year-old daughter loves to watch me play Mario 64. She couldn't wait for me to beat the final Bowser. When I finally did and Peach gave Mario a cake for all his hard work, she broke out into tears. Banjo-Tooie, it's sad how George and Mildred Ice Cube are both goners. I mean, who would fry or bust open a friend just for the prize inside? Oh, hell yeah. The best scene is from the ending of Bad Dudes for the NES when the president asks you to go get a burger. I laughed. I cried. It was touching. James Myers got good taste. Let's see. The best and happiest scene I've ever seen in a video game is at the very beginning of Star Wars Battle for Naboo when the big Nintendo symbol falls on Jar Jar Binks. The most emotional moment is in Super Metroid during the final battle with Mother Brain. Samus is about to meet her doom, and the Metroid saves her by covering her and giving her its energy. That's honestly like, when I was a kid and I saw this ending to Super Metroid, that stuck with me. It's crazy good, that moment. Let's see. Oh, okay, so that's all for the touching moments. I do need to read this mail, though, because it's about Ogre Battle 64, and I love that game. What's the point? Just finished playing Ogre Battle 64, and I'm steamed. Thought I was the big hero, but Destin told me I was being selfish and only cared about winning battles. And the ending said, a great hero once led Palatinus in Revolution, but his name was long forgotten. What's up with that? Of course I cared about winning battles. That's the point of the game. If I wasn't concerned, I never would have finished the missions. If all games ended like this, people wouldn't buy them since they tell you that you stink once you beat them. Yo, Alex, get good. And you and your wife and kids would go bankrupt and get tossed in the gutter where you'd live off sewer rats and water while begging passerbys, for a couple of extra bucks to buy a winged hat or a magic mushroom or something. And they look at you funny and pass on. This guy got a bad ending, and he's mad. I'm not calling the Nintendo Power Hotline. I'm sorry, Panzer. Because if it goes through, that stuff is going to charge me like $6 a minute. Ooh, the numbers are in. What is the power chart for year 2000? Power chart. What's the power chart for the year 2000 bestsellers? Pokemon Gold and Silver were the best-selling games of the year. You can't see that. Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon. This has got to be only Nintendo games, and not anything else. Because look at all that Pokemon. Majora's Mask, all the game. Oh shit! Hold on. Here's an important question. I found a weird website the other day. It had something called a Game Boy Color emulator, which lets you play Game Boy games for free. Is this illegal? Yes, it is. But we're gonna do it anyway. What is with the full screen on this thing? Nope, not that. Hold on. I broke it. Give me a sec. Okay, I fixed it. Nope. I'm gonna fix it. Here we go. Nope. There we go. I fixed it. It just took a weird amount of time. Anyway, are emulators illegal? That is true, Fuzi. Only if you don't delete them after 24 hours. However, Nintendo Power says, yes, they are illegal. Not only that, it takes money away from the hardworking people who design, create, and market the games. Video games are like any other commodity. If no one pays for them, the folks who made them are going to go out of business. It's kind of hard to disagree with that. Oh, Panzer and Dan are in the chat. They're going to enjoy this email. There's an upcoming Game Boy Color game called Kururin. Oddly enough, Kuru is a degenerative nerve disease contracted by touching the brains of deceased individuals. What? Huh? It's the human equivalent of mad cow disease. If the game involves touching brains, I don't think there will be an audience for it. Okay. Never fear, Kururin is an addictive puzzler and has nothing whatsoever to do with handling brains, contracting disease, or anything like that. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're expecting a house call from Dr. Mario. Some of you in chat are very into this Cowboy Wario, so let's see what that's about. Does Wario have a bad heart? One of my friends was talking about how bad Wario looks and how much he seems to need a grapefruit diet. I think he has a bad ticker, is going to end up with one. While Pudgy Wario doesn't possess the sleek, highly toned body of a professional athlete, I beg to differ, Nintendo Power. He does keep in shape by playing tennis, shooting the occasional round of golf, and chasing Mario across entire worlds. Besides, as we all know, Wario despises grapefruit. That's some important Mario lore. I distinctly remember this image up here, and check it out. Mona Bringer sent in the following picture of her son's Game Boy Color that was left outside for 2 weeks, which it was run over by a lawnmower, chewed by a dog, soaked by downpours. And it still works, apparently. Still works. So, don't feel bad about just chucking your Game Boy out a window. It should be fine. Let's see. Oh, but okay, I gotta read this email, which will be important later. This complaint goes out to Aidyn Chronicles. What kind of graphics are those? People seem to be nothing but blocks with flattened faces. I don't care how much depth your game has, if its graphics aren't up to par, it doesn't mean a thing. Though Aidyn Chronicles has a number of redeeming features, we'll see about that later. Such as a great combat system, totally customizable stats, and a refreshingly deep plotline. Its graphics are nothing for Mr. Lau up here. Oh, yeah, so the next issue. So at the end of every one of these fan segments, they ask a question saying like, hey, what do you guys feel about this? Write in, we'll put your answers in the next magazine. The next magazine is going to be covering how important are graphics to you. And there's an email in the next issue that is stuck in my brain for the past, this came out in 2001, so 17 years. But that's a story for another time. I was studying for chemistry at school when I saw a formula listed as HO2H, or Hoo. Naturally, I thought of Ho-Oh from Pokemon Gold and Silver. Turns out HO2H is the chemical symbol for hydrogen peroxide. Just don't try to put the legendary bird on your wounds. That's all we ask. Good advice from Nintendo Power. And that one's for free. You don't need to call in or nothing. Does Ganondorf wear boxers or briefs? Chat, what do you think? Nintendo Power seems to think that Ganondorf actually wears form-fitting chainmail undies, which is probably cold as hell, and yeah, the last time Link gave him a wedgie, he was out of commission for weeks. So what's this? Yeah, right away. How important are the controls for you? Or not the controls, the graphics. Alright, let's move on out of here. Let me zoom out. 1, 2, 3. Whoop. Fan art. Incredible. Look at this guy from Magi Nation. Look at all these Pokemon. Gotta zoom in on this. Hell yeah. Look at this. Pokemon Trainer and Link showing down against Skull Kid and Mewtwo. 2 Mega Man X's. Fuck yeah. Frank Cruz, Norberto Gonzalez. Y'all got good taste. Josh is super excited for the GameCube. Nice Harvest Moon 64. Oh, look at this Kirby. I love the fan art in this so much. EB Games has your Game Boy Colors for only $60. When you purchase 2 Game Boy Color games, oh, so if you buy, okay, you buy 2 Game Boy Color games, you get a Game Boy Color for $60. Quark, I'm sorry to hear that. They never featured your fan art. If you still have your fan art of Zero, I would love to see it. I fucking love Mega Man X. No, Panzer, I don't weirdly enough, I don't often think about Ganondorf's dong. Alright, what? Okay, hold up. Is Game Boy's Color connected to a Nokia phone? I don't know what the fuck this is about. A link to cellular phones when the mobile system GB went on sale. Includes a mobile adapter GB, network software cartridge dubbed the Trainer cartridge, access to Nintendo's mobile data center, exclusively created for Game Boy players in Japan. The adapter plugs into the Game Boy Color, most mobile phones. Once they're connected to the network, players can exchange game data, send and receive email, and even check out gaming information. Well, I'm going to turn down this music just a little bit. I feel like it's a bit overpowering. Probably. Just judging by audio levels on the side. If that ends up being too quiet, just let me know. Let's see. Players can trade and battle Pokemon remotely through their cell phones. Foreshadowing. They can enter the battle tower as well, downloading Pokemon teams from other trainers. Battle against them offline. Challenging player will become the new champion trainer that other players can challenge. Cost of using the network depends on what players do when they're connected. There is a small charge for entering the battle tower, the Japanese equivalent of about 10 cents. Logging into new sites costs the equivalent of 90 cents. Entering around a mobile stadium costs less than 20 cents. This is weird. How much did... Yeah, okay, yeah, chat. It's prototype GTS. It didn't work well and it was fucking expensive. Crazy. This must have, like, never really came to the United States, like, ever. I mean, maybe it did and it just didn't take off in the slightest. Alright, what do we got going on the next page? The Legend of Lufia. Got done talking about Lufia a little bit. Lufia the Legend returns with the Game Boy Color. Is this the one where you, like... I'm thinking of the Game Boy Advance one, I think, where you actually, like, capture monsters and stuff like that. I'm not very well versed in the Lufia Legend. No, chat says they're interested a little bit. Oh yeah, you guys want to check out what Lufia the Legend Returns is? Take a little peek at this, little peek-see. Keep accidentally turning on the magnifier. Yeah, alright. Screw it. Let's take a very brief look at Lufia the Legend Returns to the Game Boy Color. Not very, we won't spend very long on it, but sorry, I just need to like close 100 tabs and just really narrow things down to the stuff I need. So let's see. Turn down the music for a hot second. No, that's the display capture. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh yeah. That's a jam. But yeah, let's not spend too much time looking at the story. I just want to look at the game very briefly. Hold on, how loud is this? Not too loud. Alright. Oh, it's from Natsume. Hold on. Awesome. Well, at least published by Natsume. Wayne. Yeah, okay. That's good. Dan, please don't report me to the Twitch police. Or Nintendo. Let's call it Nintendo Power Hotline. Got an illegal emulator stream going on. Talking to me? See anyone else around here, Wayne? Do appreciate that the protagonist of the game just yells at people. You talking to me? What the heck's your problem? I'm out of here. Okay, now I have control. Let's go back and talk to Woman Adventurer. Yeah, she got nothing interesting. Important information here, folks. Adult supervision required when playing at the river. Okay, yeah, you got it. I feel like this kind of goes without saying. If you name some place the Tower of Death, probably not a lot of good shit going down there. Hope nothing bad will happen. By the way, have you seen the Tower of Death? Yep, there he goes. Man. Probably shouldn't live in the same continent as a place called the Tower of Death. Well, I mean, that's a bit... It's a fantasy world. I mean, there's a Death Valley in America, so you know how it goes. I want to see the Tower of Death. Where is it? Hold on, I just want to talk to that cat, actually. Meow. Ow. Yeah, okay, this is an RPG-ass RPG. I think we got our fill of this. What's going on here in the church? No different music. Alright. Alright. Let's switch back over. I feel like I played this very briefly. At the very least, read quite a bit about this Nintendo Power because this pause screen looks very familiar to me. Anyway. I want to put you down there, actually, and then... Boop. Boop. And... Given enough time, I'll have my flow down for switching back and forth down pat. For right now, it's a lot of like, oh god, what window do I want to click on? Oh geez, oh heck. Alright, what do we got next? Duty calls those with honor, and a big sword. Mood. First look at X-Men Wolverine's Rage with the Game Boy Color. Logan, otherwise known as Wolverine. Pretty sure it's the other way around. Mostly known as Wolverine, otherwise as Logan. Wolvie is a hard man to top. Wolvie's a hard man to top. You guys know that? I mean, I think I've read a few fan fictions that say otherwise, but... Oh, Lord. Xena and Herc. I remember looking at these. Two Game Boy Color games that, like, I think came out at the same time and looked pretty much exactly the same. One of them's Hercules and one of them is Xena. Zelda-type adventures with lots of characters. Players will be able to switch characters from one game pack to the other and open up new areas that weren't available to the original character. Okay, so getting a little bit into the double cart craze that was going on. You got your Pokemons, you got your Zelda Oracle games. The mechanics of both games will be familiar to Zelda fans. Salmonius is your guide for getting started in both adventures. Both games should be available in the middle of May. A double review next month. The Golden Age of Adventuring. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. NBA on the Game Boy Color. I don't think any of us really care that much. Something I do kind of care about. I know we just looked at an RPG, but so Dragon Warrior 3 on the Game Boy. I don't remember if it shows more in that or if it comes out later. Hold on. Picture's worth 1,000 words. Your Game Watch editor started playing Dragon Warrior 3 even before we received an English version of the game. Enix has added some pretty cinema scenes to help sell the tale. Dragon Warrior 3 is a truly zippy game, full of great graphic detail and boasts a super soundtrack. They'll keep players tuned in. For now, here are some more screenshots to dream about. Okay, so maybe they'll go into Dragon Warrior in a future issue. But I was very interested in Dragon Warrior 3 as a kid because I don't... In at least one of the Nintendo Power magazines, it mentions, oh, it opens up with like a personality quiz. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I want to do that. And I think I did it on an emulator once. And I was like, well, that's my interest in Dragon Warrior 3. And I stopped playing it. If we ever come across the entry for Dragon Warrior 3 in a future Nintendo Power and it mentions the personality quiz, I'm going to take a look at that. Because, fuck yeah, I love personality quizzes, especially in video games. Spidey returns on the Game Boy Color. Along with a bunch of Rocket Power, Rugrats, SpongeBob SquarePants, and WWF. Oh, hold on. Mega Man. Contrary to some appearances, Capcom isn't focused exclusively on Game Boy Advance. Mega Man Extreme 2 for the Game Boy Color. Expected in September is on the way. Mysterious incident. Mega Man X discovers a Maverick with a DNA soul chip. Takes DNA from other Reploids. Mega Man Extreme games are not very good. Just throwing that out there. Maybe we'll look at those if we get into a bigger spread for them. But they're not super good. What's this alien chemistry? Aliens Thanatos encounter. Man, a squad of 5 space marines who must destroy all the aliens before Thanatos reaches Earth. There are no screenshots? Oh no, there's some screenshots. That looks pretty dumpy. I think it's got a bad review in one of the Nintendo Powers. Razor Freestyle Scooter, that's just Paperboy. Tips his hat to Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Oh man, these are just a lot of like little quick looks. Yeah, this is the game like, oh, here's what's coming up. Oh man, Tony Hawk 2 coming in Nintendo Power 6. No. Tony Hawk 2 coming in Nintendo 64. Pretty quick, or pretty soon. Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages, hell yes, hell yes. Rayman on the Game Boy Advance, Super Street Fighter 2 on the Game Boy Advance, Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine, which I think is featured in this issue. Play this. Everyone's yelling. Okay, hold on. Let's very briefly look at the scooter game. People want it. People are craving the scooter game. Let's see. I want to... Nope. Not you. You. Emulation. I mean, totally legal copy of... Razor. Where are you at? R8. There we go. Licensed by Nintendo. Crawfish Interactive. They still around? I feel like some of you might know. Oh, hell yes. Crank it! Pump up the jams! I love this super pixelated man. It's great. Whoa, why is the main menu vibrating so bad? Oh no! What? Hold on. Not as good. Alright, let's get into this. This menu is awful. What is wrong with this menu? Over 7 rounds, score as many points as possible. Points will be decided by 2 factors: position, finish, and the score gained from successfully completing tricks. Okay. Uh-huh. I did a Superman, apparently. And a tail whip. The frame rate on this game is not very good. I have no idea what's going on with the bottom of the screen. Just trip over the curb. Hey guys, hot take. This game sucks. I have 7 minutes to complete this race. Well, did I do like a half backflip? Hold on. Yep. Okay, I'm done with this. I apologize. I can't take this anymore. I can't play that game anymore. Oh boy, that was a lot to take in. All right, okay. Very interested in looking at this page. Very impossible to read on this scan. Very white text on a very light color background. Zelda.com exploration guide. All right, let's just very briefly. Hold on, I do want to read this very badly. Hold on, I'm gonna read it to the best of my ability. The latest incarnation of Zelda.com has been dubbed the Zelda Universe for a good reason. Not only does the site offer a comprehensive look at the Legend of Zelda game series, but it also gives you a chance to become part of the Zelda community and by way of a ranking system that tests your knowledge of the games, a message board, and an ongoing interactive story. In fact, there's so much to the site, you might miss some interesting features if you don't thoroughly explore every section. Wow. I never went to the site as a kid. Hold on. Let's go to Zelda.com. What's the worst that could happen? Is there no HTTPS? There's no HTTPS version of Zelda.com. So I got a privacy warning. Yeah, this is just a basic Zelda page now. Anyway, let's read the interesting Zelda page and not whatever the heck is going on. Archive.org, go to the old version. Alright, yeah, hold on. Archive.org. Or the Wayback Machine. Zelda.com. This would have been 2001. Well, here's the page on archive.com. Oh, Dan found it. Yeah, hold on. Hell yes. Ocarina of Time, only $40. Incredible price. Ocarina Legend. This is it. Here's the Ocarina Legend. Oh, good God. I'm not reading this. We're here to read magazines, not web pages. Very different. Show me the Miyamoto timeline. Oh, this is... Okay. I thought the Miyamoto timeline was going to be Miyamoto's interpretation of the Zelda timeline, not... Hey, here's what Miyamoto's done for the past several years. It's broken anyway. Need Shockwave 3.0. Show me Adventure of Link. This is just information about the Legend of Zelda. Go to Village Square. Oh, Bombastics was better? Hold on. Oh yeah, let's join Link for some exploration. Let's just run Flash on everything. What's the worst that could happen? Well, the site's broke. This is just not gonna work. This is the whole site I'm getting. Alright. Hope you guys like very tiny pictures of Darunia. That's all you get. Clicking on them does nothing. I zoom out. Nope, there's nothing to the bottom of this page. What else do you need? Hold on. Yeah. What else do we need? Google. Oh no, wait, you can't type in that bar. Hold on. I'm gonna do something important actually. Google, show me pictures of Darunia from the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Images. Here we go. Thank you, Google. That's not Darunia. That's not Darunia either. Google, what the fuck? 10 images in and you're already fucking up. That's also not Darunia. Get out of here, Google. Let's get back to the magazine. Oh, Lord. Alright, so it looks like there's a lot of exploration you could have done on that website that no longer works. But hey, don't worry, because we still got MarioTennis.com, Zelda.com, HeyYouPikachu.com, PokemonPuzzleChallenge.com, and Zelda64.com, which is distinctly and legally different from Zelda.com, because it's all about Zelda 64. And also all this text that I cannot read because it's white on white. Good work, Nintendo Power. Fantastic. PokemonStadium.com. Use drop-down menus to enter your favorite Pokemon team, then have the site rate the team for balance and overall strength. Okay, hold on. Is that still active? I wanted to rate my team. PokemonStadium.com. We can't keep doing this. PokemonStadium.com just redirects to Nintendo.com. Alright. I'm not even gonna worry about it then. HeyYouPikachu.com is offline, according to chat. That's unfortunate. Look at all these domains. Camp Hyrule. Oh my god. I remember Camp Hyrule. Camp Hyrule was a... every summer they would host like this glorified chat room where everyone got sorted into cabins and there was events. And there was a Nintendo Power writer named, I think, Alex, who was very into Golden Sun, and I got in the chat room and I was like, Alex, I want to talk about Golden Sun because I love that game and you love it too. Camp Hyrule was great. What a good fucking chat. MickeySpeedwayUSA.com. HiltonTumble.com. Waluigi. Hold on. Waluigi.com. Just redirects to Nintendo. That's unfortunate. Hold on. BionicCommando.com. I do want to see that. Commando.com. Yeah, it's an actual website, but it's like super updated for all the recent Bionic Commandos. Alright. You guys like Dr. Mario? Personally, I don't care too much about Dr. Mario. I don't really care. But hey, Dr. Mario 64 comes with a classic mode, a story mode, a versus computer mode, flash mode, marathon mode, and score mode. There's 12 characters: Wario, Spearhead, Weber, Silky, Applebee, Jelly Bob. Hold on, let's get a good zoom on that Jelly Bob. Boop, 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 boop. 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 Jelly Bob. Jelly Bob. We're almost there. This app doesn't zoom in super fast. Just gotta throw that out there. Jelly Bob. I've reached the maximum level of zoom. I cannot zoom in on any closer on Jelly Bob. Here he is. Let's reset from 800% zoom to 100. Yeah, I've honestly never really cared that much about Dr. Mario. Something about it, like, I love, like, Tetris. It's actually kind of the only puzzle game I really care about. I don't care for Puyo. I don't care for Dr. Mario. Oh, no. Bombastic in chat has bad news. Even back at the time, Waluigi.com, which is a Mario Tennis site. That's unfortunate. I'm not going to spend too much time looking here at Dr. Mario. Diagnosis? Fun! That's a good name for a stream. Man. Game Boy Color games were cheap. What the hell? $25. Nintendo 64 is only $100. I like that Mickey Speedway USA just hanging here. It's like, you got your Pokemon, Pokemon, a Donkey Kong, which is still a Nintendo property, and then Mickey Speedway USA. Oh, this is Patrick, by the way. He has a name. Do some inflation math. Yeah, okay, hold on. Inflation calculator. Also, yeah, this is the end of life of the Game Boy Color, so let's see. Enter the initial year 2001, 2018. Pokemon Silver would have cost in the day $25.76. Oh, I can't calculate for two. Okay, hold on. In 2017, that Pokemon Silver would cost $36.74, which is still fairly cheap. Because most DS games, 3DS games, are like $40 to $50, I think. Okay. We have to look at Pokemon Stadium 2. Not even necessarily this article, but there's a reason why we want to look. Okay, hold on. Panzer wants to know how much the Nintendo 64 cost. Hold on. It was $100. Let me go back. $142.61. Now, we have to look at Pokemon Stadium 2 because when I was a kid, I fucking loved Pokemon. You know how I proved that I was a huge fan of Pokemon? Knowing a lot about Pokemon in the Pokemon Academy and answering trivia questions. Pokemon Academy. Hold on. Booting it up right now. We're going to test our Pokemon knowledge. Turn you down. Pokemon Stadium. Who fucking loved the Academy in this game? Yep, that's what I wanted. Thank you, emulator. What is going on here? I thought I had you sized correctly, piece of crap. You should be. What's going on with you? That's better. Y'all, let's take some Pokemon quizzes. Where is the Academy? Academy! Alright, folks. Do you think you can outsmart me at Pokemon? I can't do net play, so let's just do single player. Man, net play Pokemon quiz, Nintendo 64, Pokemon Stadium. Hell yeah. Alright. We need to get 8 out of 10. Mr. Mime is which type Pokemon? Psychic. Which stat goes down for this condition? Burn, attack. If used by the last remaining Pokemon, which move results in an automatic loss? Self-destruct, explosion, there we go. I thought I said of 10. What often happens in a number of learnable moves after Pokemon is evolved using a stone? What? What? Oh, that was a weirdly phrased question. Steel. Yeah. Had a brain fart for a second. Amnesia sharply raises special defense. Which move could give the opponent this condition? Confusion. Busy Punch. Oh no, this is before the special split. Water. Mostly right. I got one wrong. I love how there's the Twitch. I do appreciate you guys answering in chat. That's fantastic. However, the delay is so much that I am on the next question as the answers to the previous question are pouring in, which is fantastic. All right, can we do the level 2 quiz? Hold on. Oh man, I can't. Oh, well, honestly, I don't want to sit through. Okay. I don't want to sit through a lecture. I don't want to do a practice battle. Let's go look at some mini games while we're here. Wait, hold up. There's another quiz. Let's just do a mini game. Fuck it, we just did a quiz. I could beat the computer. I don't know what all the controls are on the N60 or my 360 remap to N64. I don't remember what any of these games are. Oh no, wait, I do remember this. Gotta do this. I love this game. Wow, the game fucking stuttered as the log was coming down. That made it fair. Piss. Poor craftsman plays in simulator. By the way, I'm actually the second player computer. The controls are weird. I'm not the guy all the way to the left, even though it says player one. Fuck me, I'm bad at this game. I'm way worse at this game. I don't need to look at my final score. It's embarrassing. Yeah, okay, so Panzer said egg like 40 times, so, Cache the following eggs, use L and R buttons to move from side to side. Oh, easy. Okay, yeah. Sushi go around is pretty tight. Riveting. Eggs. God, there's so many eggs. Oh no, I missed one. Ah, fuck, I'm an egg fraud. Missed one fucking egg. God damn it. Fuck. Let's do one more minigame. Is there any that just involve me mashing a button? Because I'm good at that. I think Pichu's power plant is something like that. Don't remember what happened. All like the Stadium 1 games, I could tell you exactly what they are if I saw them, but here we go. Let's do this. Easy. Easy every time. Alright. Yeah, I remember what the Mr. Mime one is. It's just the I think the Hitmontop one is like a Beyblade game. But yeah, let's just down do that. A lot of dipshit Pichus. Alright, so, back to the magazine at hand. We tested our wisdom and skill. Oh, man. Oh, that's just, I thought I was gonna, like, that's just a matchup chart. I thought it was gonna be like a puzzle where it's like, hey, can you fill out this matchup chart? Egg groups. It's really cool that they put like this in a Pokemon Stadium game, because this is like where none of this is important at all, because you don't breed in Pokemon Stadium. That's cool that they had that information available. And then here's just a strategy guide for the actual gameplay itself. Pretty decent Pokemon advice, you know. Don't share weaknesses. One is enough, so you don't need Surf and Hydro Pump on the same Pokemon. Hey guys, sometimes it's good to use a Pokemon whose types are resistant to the opposing Pokemon. Not all the time, just sometimes. Just sometimes. And just this is just gonna be like 7 pages of like recommended teams for. Here's a recommended team for how to fight Azalea, and then here's what they have. Watch out for Min and Lin. Go for diversity. While you'll find plenty of ghost poison types, you'll also find plenty of other types. So the person who had to write this article is just like, fucking, I don't know. They got a lot of Pokemon. Again, a diverse team. Dynamic Punch. Yeah, there's just a lot of strategy, which is not the interesting bit of this magazine. More strategy. Once you've taken down Lance, a new area of the Gym Leader Castle will appear. Kanto Gym Leaders. We are not going to show you what they are. Figure it out for yourself. We'll get to this game in a bit. I think there's an actual spread for this game later. It's arrived, everyone! Folks, it's arrived. The Game Boy Advance. Hell yes. Let's take a look at this. The Game Boy Advance may not be from outer space, but the Game Boy Advance is out of this world! and its impact will be felt around the globe. Goes on sale March 21st in Japan. This magazine came out April, so it is now out in Japan as the time of this magazine coming out. Some of those were words, sort of. Game Boy Advance arrives in Japan. Introduces you to the amazing Game Boy Advance with an in-depth look at the system and games. Many first Japanese titles from Nintendo, other publishers such as Konami, Capcom, Hudson Soft, and Sega. You'll get to check out some of the new games that are in development outside of Japan. Coming out June 11th in North America. This is the launch list of Japanese games for the Game Boy Advance. All Japan GT. I Am an Air System Controller, also known as a Boku wa Kuku Kansei-kan. I almost certainly butchered that, but I just wanted to get it out. Bomberman Story, Castlevania Circle of the Moon, Chu Chu Rocket, F-Zero Advance, otherwise known as Circuit something. Maximum Velocity, I think it was called in North America. Fire Pro Wrestling, Konami's YY Racing Advance, Kurin, Mail to Cute, Mario Advance. That was probably just like one of the Super Nintendo ports. Momotaro Festival, Monster Guardians, Mr. Driller, Napoleon, Kenobi. Fuck, man, EXE. Oh my god. The first time they actually ever show a spread of Mega Man Battle Network. Playing the hell out of that. While it would be interesting to look at a Japanese-only Silent Hill, it's probably not going to be super interesting to look at a visual novel. So I can probably bring that up if requested enough, but I'd have to go digging for it. I should have it. Got some Golden Sun screenshot. Golden Sun, a beautiful RPG from Nintendo. Follow the Japanese launch by a few months. Scheduled for release in May. Lady Sia, Castlevania, Mario Kart Advance, Kenobi. Over 3 million retail orders for the Game Boy Advance at launch. The Nintendo company had predicted the sale of 24 million worldwide in the first year. Another 25 titles have been announced officially for Japanese. Dozens of other titles will be announced for North America. Dozens of games are in development but have not been announced. Game Boy Advance Game Link cable will be one of the hottest sellers. Many of the first games support multiplayer gaming, including 4-player modes. Mario Advance has... They probably wanted you to buy 2 copies of the game, 2 Game Boy Advances, and a link cable just to play that. I hate that Super Mario Brothers game where it's like the verses and you have to hit the POW block and kick over the crabs. Something about that game, I fucking hate it. It's so dumb. I don't like it. The AC adapter is going to be a huge seller. Game Boy Advance gets about 15 hours per set of AA batteries. Adapter will be money saving. Interest. Game Boy Advance owners will be able to buy a new version of the mobile system GB, which we looked at earlier and it looks stupid as hell. Nope, I think I just went one page too far. Nope, we're good. Man. Konami Kart, F-Zero, Momotaro Festival. Man, this is a lot of words about the Game Boy Advance. Jeez, I don't think I ever really read this much. When there was a big article like this, I was like, yeah, whatever. Just show me the pictures. Oh yeah, here's the Silent Hill that people were talking about. Silent Hill from Konami uses pre-rendered still images along with text. Very little animation. In fact, it's still haunting. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Game Boy Advance games will be viewed on the unit's 2.9-inch reflective screen. Screen area is 40% larger than the Game Boy. Game Boy Advance screen is wider than it is tall, like a regular TV screen. Game Boy Advance has 240 horizontal pixels and 160 vertical pixels. Guys, that's so many pixels. Amazingly, that's about 10,000 pixels per square inch, which is actually higher definition than some HD TV sets. I don't know what TVs were like back in the day. Game Boy Advance is probably not better than HD TV. Chat, I did the math on those pixels. A lot. Oh, look at this little Mew on the Dove console. That's awesome. 110 million game systems have been sold in the Game Boy family. Game Boy Advance, 300 publishers and developers are working hard at creating GBA games. Developers are demanding so many additional dev kits like the one shown in the photo that the number are sure to go much higher. This is a weird looking RPG game down here. Oh man, it's got to go into deep on the processor. If you consider that the Super NES used a 16-bit processor and the PlayStation used a 32-bit processor, you'll begin to see how powerful Game Boy Advance is for a handheld gaming system. It can also produce almost perfect representations of some N64 games. I doubt it. I've seen some 3D games on the Game Boy Advance, folks. Seen more than you probably have. Game Boy Advance doesn't do 3D very good. Game Boy Advance can display 128 characters on the screen at one time. It can rotate and scale characters better than the Super Nintendo. And it can produce stunning special effects such as transparency of glass or water. Game Boy Advance okay, it could probably do that if that was the only thing it was doing. Maybe. One more developer in Japan is working on a pre-rendered 3D racing game that looks as good as a console 3D racer. No. One of the most impressive facts about the Game Boy Advance CPU is that it contains the entire Game Boy Color CPU. I mean, yeah, you can play Game Boy Color games on the Game Boy Advance. That's dope. That's awesome. You'll even have the option to stretch original Game Boy graphics to match the wider dimensions of the GBA. Don't do that. Don't. Don't stretch out your games at an aspect ratio it's not meant to be on. Don't do it. Here we go. The first generation of Game Boy Advance games. You got your Super Mario Advance. It's Mario 2. Boom. Done. Save the world of dreams from Wart's evil plans. I must have some extra levels, I guess. Mario 2 is a game where I've been very up and down on. I played it quite a bit as a kid, and then I kind of backed off it after a while, because I was like, this is just kind of a weird Mario game. But now I'm back in on it, because I'm like, it's kind of a weird Mario game. I fucking hate Mario Brothers. Get out of here. Hate that game. I don't know why, I just do. F-Zero. I believe it's called Maximum Velocity. I mean, it's F-Zero. Pretty much just like F-Zero for the Super Nintendo. F-Zero, in my opinion, did not get good until at least N64. The only one I actually really play is the GameCube one. I'm going to turn up the music just a little bit. It seems pretty quiet. There we go. I've never really been huge on the Super Nintendo F-Zero stuff. Okay. Hell yes. Rockman EXE. Capcom has a new twist on an old favorite, Rockman EXE. The blue bomber, known as Mega Man in North America, must fight a virus in a virtual world. Using a battle chip, players send special computer weapon data to Rockman. First time we ever come across, I said it earlier, but the first time we find an actual preview for Battle Network here in Nintendo Power, I could play that just straight up for an hour on stream. And I apologize in advance, but I fucking love the Battle Network series. What the hell is Momotaro Festival? Based on a popular character from Japanese folk stories, in the game, players guide the young hero Momotaro through adventures filled with humor and minigame challenges. Did that ever come out in the US? Momotaro Festival. If I had an English version, we might take a very brief look at that. Momotaro Festival GBA. Apparently the Momotaro Festival is an actual thing. Looks like it might be Japanese only. So I had to go digging for my ROM of that. And also it'd be in Japanese, I wouldn't be able to understand it. Oh. Dan's freaking out about Chu Chu Rocket. Where do you see that? Oh, I see you down here. Chu Chu Rocket. I've never actually played Chu Chu Rocket. TBH. Let's rectify that. We got some Chu Chu Rocket fans in the chat. Where is my copy of Chu Chu Rocket? Was it called something else in Rocket GBA? Did it not come out in Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna go digging for something. I should have it somewhere. I just need to find it. Jew. Okay, no, it should be in here. Hold on a sec. I just missed it. I don't know how I missed it, but I did. What the hell? Oh, it's because I'm a huge dumbass. I'm looking in the wrong folder. Chu Chu Rocket. Here we go. I will click that link in a bit, Dan. Let's play the game. Wow, this is quiet. Turn this up a bit. So I vaguely have an idea of what you're supposed to do. I don't want to play multiplayer. You gotta get the mice into the pod. Oh, can I not? Serious. So this is a okay, so that's multiplayer. Here we go. What are the controls? Here we go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, my choo-choos. No. Let's try that again. Now that I have a better understanding of what the controls are. Please don't look at the ding-dongs at the bottom of the screen. We're here to play Chu Chu Rocket. Oh no, oh no. Guys, I don't think I'm any good at Chu Chu Rocket. I think I'm actually, frankly, quite bad at Chu Chu Rocket. Are you serious? Whatever. Well, let's just look at the Chu Chu Rocket ad. Yeah, I'm not good at Chu Chu Rocket. Alright, so hold on. Let's look at this ad that y'all wanted me to look at.
Chu Chu Rocket ネズミを助けろ Chu Chu Rocket 猫は怖い Chu Chu Rocket ロケットすごいズババババー
豚がたくさんバズるチューチューロケット2800円安い Dream Gas!
That's an ad I can get into. Let's see what else they got here. Castlevania Circle of the Moon. That game's alright. I'm not as into it as some other people are. Kenobi. We might look at a Bomberman story if they ever do a more in-depth look at this. Because I liked Bomberman quite a bit as a kid. I never played the Game Boy Advance games. Oh, YY Racing is just Konami Kart. Fire Pro Wrestling. Alex Navarro's favorite game. The game combines email functions with a sim game. You can exchange email over the mobile system as well as befriend Star Comey, a cute character in the game. That is almost certainly Japanese only. No chance that this was translated. Dodgeball Fighters, aka Super Dodgeball Advance, is the first Game Boy Advance game I ever owned. I wanted to buy Golden Sun, but they didn't have it at the store, and I didn't want to buy a Game Boy Advance and no games, so I got Super Dodgeball. The game's probably not as good as I remember it, but because it was the only game I had on the Game Boy Advance for a while, love that game. Good game. Let's see. These are some North American titles for the Game Boy Advance. Bible. Earthworm Jim. Portrait. Oh, that looks bad. I bet Earthworm Jim is way harder on the Game Boy Advance than it is on the Super Nintendo, and it's already like super hard on the Super Nintendo. Aidyn 3D. Hold on. Smooth animation running at 60 frames per second. We need to look at Aidyn 3D. So, something I personally am super interested in is Game Boy Advance games that do fake 3D or just like do 3D, because they always look super shitty. And Aidyn 3D is a game that I've known about and I've been interested in because it's 3D, but I've never actually looked at it. If it's claiming at 60 frames per second here, I need to see that with my own eyes. Gotta see a Aidyn 3D running at 60 frames per second. No, it's a Majesco game. That doesn't hold up well. Okay, no, it's a Shinen game. That's a jam. I'm always, whenever I load up a game for the first time, first thing I always do is go right to the options menu. I apologize. Oh, this is fake 3D. Or is it? That looks pretty good for Game Boy Advance 3D. I mean, granted, it's like a pre-rendered thing, I guess, sorta. Music seems pretty loud, actually. Hold on one sec. Well, can't really tell. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. Got funky music though. I cannot seem to unpause the game. I think I know why. There we go. I fixed it. Oh shit, you take a lot of damage if you get hit. I hope this game gets more interesting though. Kind of nothing. Like, if I'm playing a space shooter, I don't want to fight literal piles of trash. I want to fight like other things. I think my gun just got more inaccurate. Well, here's the only other enemies I wanted to fight, and I'm already dead. I guess the only thing I'm good at is fighting trash. Holy shit, this game is hard. Fuck me. Wow. I'm gonna die. Yeah, I did not make it through there in time. This game is hard. Weirdly enough, the perspective doesn't do it any favors. I'm just crashing into everything instead of shooting it. And also my gun is just really inaccurate. Like, what? Yeah, I can't tell where I like am at any point. God damn it. I'm out of lives, too. Oh, when I die one more time, this will be over, don't worry. You just want to see this through. Well, I'm gonna die shortly anyway. Whew, made it. Man, the hitboxes on these enemies are enormous. This game is impossible. What the fuck? Yeah, whatever. No continues. This game looks good. For a Game Boy Advance game, that looks great. Gameplay wise, pretty bad. Alright. Let's get rid of this. And let's see back up. Pick up where we left off. So, there's the Mega Man Battle Network. True name, Mega Man BN, may arrive by the launch of Game Boy Advance. So it's currently scheduled for July. Players assume the role of Netto. Sort of true. Not really. Character's name is Lan. Lady Sia. That'll be a game we can look at another time. Rayman. Rayman's pretty cool, honestly. I think those games are alright. Breath of Fire. First game, not very good. I really love the second Breath of Fire. I didn't really give the first Breath of Fire that much time. Maybe it's actually pretty decent. I couldn't tell you. Games look great. The system is truly revolutionary. Price will leave you with enough cash to start building an advanced library. Oh, hold on. Got an ad for Mario Party with Waluigi getting hit in the head by a mallet. Tremendous! Mario's third party doesn't officially get started until May 7th. Taking an advanced... Oh boy, here's our advanced look at Mario Party 3, everyone. Or not. Maybe later. Okay. Classified information. We got our cheats section, folks. Here is a bunch of Nintendo 64 Banjo-Kazooie cheats. This, honestly, I thought was super crazy as a kid. Just like how long the cheats are and how many there are. Also, the cheats all rhyme. Sorta, I think. Now Banjo will be able to see if Nabnuts... Or never mind. I think some of them rhyme. Amidst the haunted gloom, a secret in the bathroom. The secret you'll be grabbing in the captain's cabin. Now Banjo will be able to see it on Nabnut's table. Yeah, these all rhyme. These are cool. This is a cool way to handle cheats. Banjo-Kazooie cheats are cool. This should get rid of the crypt coffin lid. It's your lucky day as the ice ball melts away. Hell yeah. Oh man. Panzer, you're gonna love this, because I know we talk about this kind of bullshit all the time. Harvest Moon 64. The medals won. I knew about this because of Nintendo Power. The medals won from betting on dog and horse races in Harvest Moon 64. Buying up and becoming farmer, loads of useful gear, including a new doghouse and extra stamina for your horse. But securing the precious prizes has always meant putting your hard-earned cash on the line. No more. To bet on races for free, head to the town square and talk to the mayor's wife. Place your bets as usual, but instead of selecting OK, press the B button to close the window. You'll receive medals if your chosen animals win or place, but you won't lose any money in the process. Oh yeah, it's not a... Harvest Moon 64 is buggy as hell. It rules. What a good video game. Hold on. Guys, we got bad news about Mew under the truck. Bad coats never sleep, and unfortunately for them, neither does the Code Cop. We've been getting a number of reports about an abandoned vehicle near the SSN in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Some trainers have apparently heard that Mew is hiding under the pickup truck and can be claimed if they use strength to shove it. Well, we can report that there is no truth whatsoever to the rumor. My partner and I shoved that truck until our arms were throbbing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Had a tow truck haul it off. There's nothing under there but some old oil stains. Sorry, folks. Mew is not under the truck. By the way, if you guys are going to be playing Buffy the Vampire Slayer for the Game Boy Color anytime soon, here's the codes for how to select your level. Oh shit. Oh yeah, here's the bug about how to wear the Fierce Deity mask anywhere in the game. Discovered a trick that let you wander all over Termina in the Fierce Deity mode. First, you put on the bunny hood, warp to the third day, go to Seikon's hideout in Nakana Canyon. Once there, slow down time, approach the hideout, look at the door, you'll see a small crack on the right side. Run and roll the crack, you'll eventually slip inside. Once inside, talk to Cafe, the two of you will begin racing through the maze. During the race, you'll gain temporary control of Cafe. While you're controlling him, bring up the menu, replace the bunny hood with a Fierce Deity's mask. When you control Link, you'll have no choice but to don your new mask. If you can manage to complete the maze, you'll appear at the entrance to Seikon's hideout as Fierce Deity. Turn around, dive into the water, and take the right-hand tunnel. It'll lead you to the southern swamp. From there, you can visit Clock Town, explore the landscape, or just introduce the natives to your Great Fairy Sword. Now, with that being said, once you enter Clock Town, you won't be able to leave because Fierce Deity's too tall or some bullshit. I don't remember. It's kind of a useless bug because that means you can only place Fierce Deity on the third day. Here's where to send your codes. Wonder if that address is still in use. Hold on. Is that just like... I can fucking go there. Oh, there's like no address. Yeah, it'll probably just go right to like Nintendo or some bullshit. Okay. Folks, I need to talk about Aidyn Chronicles, the first mage. So... I get this issue of Nintendo Power 2001, and there's another game I was playing pretty heavily around that time. It's called Final Fantasy VII. So, I didn't own a PlayStation as a kid. My friends did. Two of them. Two friends I live relatively close to. So whenever I go over to their place, I watch along with a lot of their Final Fantasy VII progress, and they're both at different points. So I was getting basically the entire Final Fantasy experience through my friends, and it was incredible. I loved it. I didn't own a PlayStation. I need I need an RPG. I need one. All I have is an N64. I'm like, what can I get that's like Final Fantasy VII, but on the N64? Get this magazine. Oh shit! Look at this, Aidyn Chronicles. It's like an RPG. You got your inventory screens. You got like a wild adventure. You get to meet all these crazy characters. Go to the inns and all this bullshit. It looks crazy. And I show my friends. I'm like, guys, look at this. This could be like my Final Fantasy VII. I'm gonna get this game. That was back in 2001. I didn't get the game. Back in like 2009, 2009, I want to say. I started more 2010. 2009, 2010. I started amassing a retro games collection. You know, I got my Mega Mans, I got my Marios and all that stuff. I got an NES, I got a Super Nintendo, I got an N64. I walk into my usual used electronics store. There's a copy of Aidyn Chronicles. Oh shit. I remember that game. I buy it. I never played it. I just let it sit in my collection, and then I sold my collection. So, folks, today, 17 years after the fact of me looking at Aidyn Chronicles in Nintendo Power, wanting it, never getting it, owning it, never playing it, I'm gonna play this fucking game. I hear it's terrible. But we're gonna play Aidyn Chronicles. Look at these terrible graphics. Alright, hold on. God damn it, N64 emulator. Suck my butt. Oh, this thing is so bad. This game is really quiet. Turn this up. Can I? This game is gonna run very shitty, and I can't tell if it's because that's just the game or if that's the emulator, but take a look at these options. Oh boy. You guys want high resolution graphics? Yeah. I think we deserve only the best here in Nintendo Power Quest. Yeah, that's fine name by me. Someone developing this game just figured out how to use camera controls and went crazy with it. What is going on? Man, I'm just imagining now the intro to Final Fantasy VII and how good it is. Popping off the train, getting ready to blow up a reactor. And I'm going to be comparing this to Final Fantasy VII a lot just because this is the game I wanted because I couldn't have Final Fantasy VII. This is this is the intro, folks. I'm sorry. This is the actual intro to this video game. I still don't have control over this game. Final Fantasy VII you had control over immediately. Oh my god, I want to play the game. Magic in progress. Stream title should be Magic in Progress, I agree. Oh my god. Can I please play this video game? Look at that dragon. That was worth it. I want to see that the painting of a dragon again. Look at that good boy. Can I just skip this at all? Okay, I just pressed start. I don't know if that skipped it, or if that's just when the cutscene naturally ended. I honestly couldn't tell you, folks. Either or, it's over. Alright, folks, here we go. Here we go. Open this. Oh, boy. This is a frame rate. Can I control the camera in the slightest? No. No camera control. Oh, wait. No, I figured it out. Hail and well met. Hail, hail, hail. I'm just... Look at those nose rings. I'm already turned around and I have no idea where I'm... Oh, well, another cutscene. Oh, nope. Combat. Oh, good. It's like Quest 64 combat. I'm figuring out how to engage in any form of combat. Figured out how to slowly trundle. Figure out how to pause the game. None of the buttons do anything. Oh no. Okay, I had to stand perfectly still and press Z. That was an attack. Right on. My dexterity is -3. Just thought you guys should know that. Remember how bombastic the intro to Final Fantasy VII was? God, I would have been so upset as a kid if this is what I got. Oh, Lord. 48.5 hours? Are you joking? I'm not playing the full game. Honestly, I don't know how much more of this game I have in me. This is awful. Yalu. Like, no music. No feedback for anything. Everyone talks forever. This is the first game Koji Fox ever worked on. Oh. I had to lose that combat. And now I'm in a hut. Alright. Here's a thought. Fuck this game. Done with that. Thank you for accompanying me on my journey to figure out what that game actually is. Turns out, it's bad. Let's see what Nintendo Power has to say about it. The road to tail work is fairly straightforward. Many signs point the way. Imagine being the person who had to throw this together to sell Aidyn Chronicles. Goblin smashing. Oh, God. Oh, this wasn't even the first time they had to talk about Aidyn Chronicles. Last month, we introduced you to Aidyn basics such as combat strategies, experience point distribution, and teammate selection. We also walked you through the game up to the mountains near Araman. This month's coverage will take you deep into the heart of Aidyn, where you'll encounter challenges and monsters beyond imagining. There must not have been much coming out for the N64 at this point, because this is also... The GameCube also came out in 2001, I believe. Either very late 2001 or very early 2002. So they did not have a lot to talk about concerning Aidyn Chronicles. Weirdly enough, not a lot to talk about. Had to show this game. Good God. Another brief embarrassing story about my childhood, aside from the time that I really wanted Aidyn Chronicles. So I really wanted an ocarina from Nintendo Power. I was in school band in high school and middle school. I played the trumpet. Everyone's applauding the time that I played trumpet in middle school to high school. I remember seeing these ads and I'm like, shit. I want an ocarina. And I told my band instructor, I think I'm done playing the trumpet. I want to play the ocarina. And he said, well, I don't have any sheet music for the ocarina. And that's where that stopped. And I didn't look at the ocarina anymore. I was a dumb kid. The Oracle games, though, pretty tight. Everyone in chat is telling me that the ocarinas were super shit. The Oracle games were super cool. I think I dislike them more as they get older. Just because, like, Ages in particular, I think is a fine game up until the back half. Like, Dungeon 5, 6, and 7 are just awful. The music in those dungeons are bad too. Seasons is pretty cool though. Sorta. The right pet is Dimitri. I will not hear otherwise. Everyone says Moosh is the best pet. No. Y'all wrong. Dimitri. Moosh is overrated. Ricky's cool. When did these come out? They must have been coming out soon. Probably says, we got an interview day here. Hold on, I want to look at this interview. Japanese website Kino Uno Himitsu Kichi recently conducted an interview with Nintendo's renowned Shigeru Miyamoto and game developer Shiki Okamoto, producer. Making 2 new Legend of Zelda games at once. Here are some excerpts from the interview. Because Capcom made this game. Capcom team started by developing the games on its own. At what point did you decide that you needed more input from Nintendo? Members of our team weren't agreeing over the direction the game development should take. I thought we should produce a new version of the first Zelda game for Game Boy Color. And it went, well, we could move on to the next stage, make a more ambitious game. A lot of people wanted to skip the first phase and create their own Zelda game from the beginning. Miyamoto normally creates the game scenario after the initial play's design. Created maps and started developing the game. I don't believe that worked. Didn't work? Using that system, the team had to redo both the scenario and maps several times to make all the elements fit. During that process, we realized since the Game Boy Color screen is narrower than a TV screen, the player must scroll the screen to the left and right to see the whole room. That created some difficulties. Blah, blah, blah. You asked for Miyamoto's help about a year after you started. Is this right? It was more of an SOS signal. Uh-oh. What else I show off here in the Oracle previews? Oh no, the Toki. No. No, 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 no. Metal Magic. Hold on. Oh, it just means like rings. Not like metal, like the music. I said metal just because like that was music because I had the harp. I was like, hell yeah, I want to jam out some metal on the harp. Link getting a sniff of that dank nugget. Here's a game that I would love to look back on. I don't think it emulates well. Weirdly enough, I don't think I could emulate Kirby Tilt and Tumble. So let's just take a look at it. Tilt and Tumble rules. Kirby is gaining momentum. Get it? Because it's Tilt and Tumble in a new Game Boy Color game. Heroic Punk. Oh my god, I'm reaching a point where I'm mixing all my words together. The heroic pink puffball must tumble through troublesome territory to recover stolen stars. There's an added twist. The innovative game requires you to tilt and turn your Game Boy Color to make Kirby move. What a good game. You had to tilt your Game Boy to make the Kirby roll around. Stuff like this, like Kirby Tilt and Tumble and Kirby Dream Course, I think are like really neat little takes on Kirby. I should get a copy of this, because I have a Game Boy Advance and I could like play it. Not an SP. You can't play it on an SP because the Game Boy cart is upside down compared to where the slot normally is, so it makes all your tilts reversed, and it sucks ass. This is just the play. Here's the strategy guide for how to tilt and tumble your way through Kirby Tilt and Tumble. Look at all these good Kirbys, though. Got some good Kirby art. Look at this boy rolling. This Kirby, he's so round, he just rolls everywhere. Didn't understand the tilt controls. I mean, it's like the only game that uses... Hold on. Oh my god, I'm using tilt controls. Kirby's fault that we got the gamepad on the Wii U. Oh, I remember the chicken race. There are many more dangers ahead, like slippery ice, deep water, and cannon-firing enemies. With a little luck and a lot of balance, you'll be able to steamroll King DDD and put him out of the star-stealing business once and for all. Kirby's Burst the Balloon. That name just rolls off the tongue. They couldn't think of a fun name for like what you're doing. It's just, Burst the Balloon. Ooh, Pokemon questions. You guys want to know how to get False Swipe? Because it sounds very powerful. False Swipe is a powerful tool for catching Pokemon, but its base power of 40 always leaves the Pokemon with 1 HP. That doesn't mean it will automatically take it down to 1 HP, which I thought it did as a kid. The description for that move is very confusing. Blade chips away at Pokemon's HP, but always leaves it with at least 1 HP, so you can catch it. There's no TM for False Swipe. Spearow, Paris, Scyther, Scizor, Farfetch, Cubone, and Marowak can all learn it. False Swipe was such a cool move. Gold and Silver is such a fucking good game. God damn. So many good innovations in that game. Why are there spots for Mew and Mewtwo in Gold and Silver's Pokedex if you can't catch them? There are spots for all Pokemon in Gold and Silver's Pokedex, even though you can't catch every Pokemon in either game. You can have all the Pokemon in Gold and Silver by trading the games between Red, Blue, and Yellow, by getting hidden Pokemon such as Mew from Nintendo. And any Pokemon use the Light Ball. Any Pokemon can hold it, but only Pikachu can use it. And you show that, oh, here's the solutions to... I love these little puzzles, too. Pokemon Soul in Gold and Silver. Oh, cool. I forgot about this. This is a section where like people could send in their Pokemon teams to Nintendo Power and say, hey, here's the Pokemon that I use. This person nicknamed their Ampharos Lamb Chop. I love Pokemon nicknames. Who their team was that? A Houndoom. They got decent type coverage here. Fire, Grass, Electric, Ice, Psychic, Steel. This person knows how to make a team. Get a good close-up on Lamb Chop. Yay, Lamb Chop. Pokemon the movie. Pokemon the movie hits theaters April 6th. I don't think I saw this movie. I must have. Probably. I only remember the first one. I feel like I've seen that. Some of this looks familiar, but not familiar enough that I'm like absolutely certain. Can I control what I get through mystery gift? This I'm actually interested in because I used to mystery gift a lot as a kid. If you're gifting with your Pokemon Pikachu 2GS. So, okay, I had a Pokemon Pikachu as a kid. Just the first one. I remember shaking that bad boy. Getting the volts or whatever. Watts, it seems. When you mystery gift your Pokemon 2GS, the item you get depends on the number of watts you send. If you send 199, you get mail, berry, bitterberry, great ball, max repel. 999 watts, you get a rare candy. That seems decent. Murkrow. What a good boy. I just realized the reason I probably like Takayami in My Hero Academia is because Murkrow is so cool. I love Murkrow. Did the mail... Chad's asking if the mail items ever did anything. I mean, you send mail between your friends. You could write a letter and give it to a Pokemon, and then give that Pokemon to your friend. And then your Pokemon goes, oh, or your friend goes, oh, I have mail. And then they look at it, and it's you saying, you stink, or whatever. Charizard. Man, this is just like recapping the whole movie or something. Yeah, this is just looking over the whole movie. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm getting tired. How much more of this magazine we got? We're about 3/4 of the way there, it seems. Let's keep this going. Magi Nation. I actually think I want to look at very briefly, just because I never played it. The Fall of Tony Jones. That's a name for a protagonist. This is like a strategy guide from Imagination is one of those things that I saw in here in the magazine as a kid that was interesting to me, but I never played it. So let's take a very brief look at Imagination. I don't want to spend too much time on it because it almost certainly doesn't hold up, and it probably starts very slowly. Emulation. I mean, totally legal copy. Please don't come at me, Nintendo lawyers. Nope, wrong folder. I mean, wrong game case. That's an intro song. Turn that down a little bit. Well, hell yeah, this game just starts. Oh, this is just a menu. Oh, it's Undertale. We're gonna go in the cave. We're gonna fall. Come on, Tony Jones, stop being such a baby. Oh, that's Tony Jones. They all look the same. My name's Tony. Tony Jones. Oh my god, could this go any faster? Oh, Phony Bones. Oh my god, he just got owned so hard. Alright, let's roll. You, me, and Tony Jones. Let's get this shit done. Oh, there's a sprint button. Thank you, God. Well, it already starts off with like a maze. This is cool. I've went like every wrong direction I possibly could have. Oh no, I gotta go. Or not. Rest in peace, Tony Jones. I kinda love these guys, these like goblins. Black Blarga walk. Woink. Oh god, I wanna learn goblin language. Blorg. Orgaboo. Marf Wakamoo. Yarkamoo. Oh, fuck me. Mungamung. What? That was over very quickly. This is less funny. I liked it when it was just gibberish. That's where the game lost me. I think I'm done looking at imagination. Basketball cheesesteak is too much. I'm sorry, guys. I've lost it looking at this video game. Alright, that's imagination. So it seems like every cave in this game is a maze, like the one that we just saw. Yeah, okay, so last month we escorted you through the first two areas of imagination. Maybe I owned a magazine before this one, because I feel like I remember reading about the start of imagination somewhere. Yeah, it's a... Chat is mentioning that's a Pokemon style game. Oh hell yeah, I want this Pokemon. This buff naked boy. That boy is jacked. He's fucking ripped. Okay, so I tweeted about this page in the past, probably like a year or so ago. Maybe 2 years, year and a half. This fucked me up. This is an April Fool's joke. Because this is an April issue. I was too stupid to understand the concept of magazines doing April Fool's jokes. So I thought this was real. They're building warp pipes all over America, folks. Technology has produced many Technology has produced many modern marvels, but the greatest wonders may just be right around the U-bend. I can't speak anymore. Imagine traveling to China or the North Pole in the blink of an eye, using a warp pipe inspired by Nintendo's own Mario. Folks are bully warp pipes. You can just give them a warp pipe and they just go right to China. You'd think I'd pick up because it explicitly says April 1st right here. On April 1st of this year, scientists from the Schabernack Institute and theoretical futurists from an undisclosed Japanese business concern are scheduled to undertake the first long-range test of Project M. By studying the scant documentation provided to the media, one can safely conclude that it is a tube-based transportation system designed to propel individuals between two distant installations. I tried to write a school project about this. My teacher had a blanket policy on projects of no video game stuff. That saved me. Because I googled around for information about this, I found nothing. Weirdly enough. I ended up writing my project about fucking Lego or something. I don't remember. Our initial tests with cows and monkeys could have gone better. We got the kinks worked out of it now. There's virtually no chance we will launch any more test subjects into space. There's one... Yeah, here's the one. Once your top layer's skin has peeled off, it's really not that bad. I thought people were, like, really getting hurt, like, testing this. Oh, Lord. An ambitious warp pipe network will allow you to travel across the country in an instant. You'll be able to buy a bagel in Manhattan and eat it in LA before it gets cold. Wake up, you're late for school in China. What? Can't believe I fell for that. Guys, I'm playing Paper Mario. How do I get past the 4 toads in Toad Town? I'm stuck. I've got great news. 4 toads at the eastern edge of Toad Town will refuse to move when you try to get past them. Problem is they aren't toads at all. What? They aren't toads? You need to visit Merlin the Wizard to expose their true identities. Paper Mario is such a good game. I actually think I kind of like the first Paper Mario a little bit more than Thousand Year Door. Thousand Year Door is great, don't get me wrong. I think I just prefer the first Paper Mario a little bit more. Use Bomb Bat to blow up cracked walls. You gotta buy stuff in a special order in order to get to the Dry Ruins. What a good video game. Guys! I'm playing The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. What's the best way to defeat Wizrobe? Wizrobe, an exasperating enemy, you'll need to fight twice. In Snowhead Town. I think you also have to fight him in Stone Tower Temple? I feel like you fight Wizrobe a lot. I don't remember why. It's been a long time since I played Majora's Mask. Okay, a long time is a bit of a stretch. I think the last time I played it was in 2016. Maybe 15. When did the 3D version come out? That's the last time I played Majora's Mask. God, it's such a good goat, if you want to call him that. Such a good fight. I prefer the N64 version of Majora's Mask, honestly. There's enough little changes about the 3D version that I didn't care for too much. The only Wario Land game I've played is 4, which I actually replayed recently. I don't think that game holds up very well. The controls are kind of mushy, and the level design is kind of all over the place. Ugh. $2 per minute in Canada. I was a Canadian kid. It would cost me $2 a minute to call in for fast facts. Like, how do I break the underwater doors in Banjo-Tooie? Is there a way to make Humble Wumba's magic work in more than one world? Can I use a transfer pack in Mickey Speedway USA? How do I save the game in Batman Beyond? You can't save. You must finish it in one sitting. Woof. Oh, hey, it's that game we looked at. Razor Scooter. What do we win? Is it just a sweepstakes? You just send in a postcard? You can win a free Razor Scooter and a copy of the game and a t-shirt. I think I'm good. I don't need a free Razor Scooter. Indiana Jones, The Infernal Machine. It's just a game that has never really interested me. As far as I believe this is actually like a PC game normally, and this is just like a Game Boy game that uses the same name. I just don't have the level of interest in Indiana Jones required to want to play an Indiana Jones game. This must be like the last hurrah for Game Boy Color games. The Game Boy Advance is coming out soon. You can get some Batman Beyond, or not, sorry. Man, it was just talking about, hold on, let me go back one sec. Batman Beyond. Talking about that there, and then it comes over here and it's like, oh hey, Batman, crime, and chaos in Gotham. Couldn't read that text for a second. Here's everything you need to know about Batman. Punch. Batman's utility belt is packed with gadgets, like Punch. You remember all the times where Batman opened up his belt and a fist came out and punched his enemy? Max Steel. I remember seeing this cover. Oh man, if it wasn't... This stream's running a bit on the long side, so probably not going to look at Max Steel. I'd probably take a look at that if I wasn't getting on the tired side. This is a test pilot stream. Not so much a test, but this is a pilot stream. I wanted to know like how in-depth we were going to go on things. Blue's Clues and Mary-Kate and Ashley. Hell yeah. I thought this said Satan for a second. The horse Satan. Satan, Sparkles, Sputnik, and Dolly. Ooh, bonus horses. Elvis, Scarper, Babe, and Storm. Storm is the best all-around horse. What page am I on? Oh, we're getting close to the end. Glenda was here, we might make her look at Dukes of Hazzard. This is just where the back of the magazine was where they just shove all the stuff. It's like, people probably don't care about this. Sorry for Game Boy. Whatever. Toki Tori. Okay, hold up. Toki Tori kicks ass. Toki Tori's great. What a good little puzzle game. Ultimate Surfing. Natsume's Ultimate Surfing. The game is a side-scroller that challenges you to raid... I wanted to say race. That was wrong. Ride alongside one continuous wave from start to finish. Okay, I do want to look at these reviews, though. So... I expect the Nintendo proper, like, the game is developed by Nintendo, probably going to get good reviews in Nintendo Power. Dr. Mario 64 gets 4 stars. Chris doesn't seem to... Chris is okay with this game. You know. He doesn't have an excerpt here. Jill loves this game. Also, Sonia. I love it. Good for you, Sonia. Oh, man. People are wild about Blue's Clues. 4 stars. Graphics are very easy on the eyes, and if you've forgotten your ABCs, this game is very helpful. Dukes of Hazzard, 4 stars. Jill doesn't care for it too much. She doesn't show her excerpt here. This game is a real guilty pleasure, says Chris. I especially like the driver-style chase sequences, like getting away from Roscoe or ditching Boss Hogg by jumping over the river. But, hold on. Jenny says, Quite the enjoyable little driving game. It's more fun than chasing a greased polecat through the Piggly Wiggly, I reckon. Okay, that's an analogy. I think I'd want to do the Piggly Wiggly thing. Honestly. Can I emulate trying to catch a Piggly... or catch a... greased polecat through a Piggly Wiggly? Whatever. Oh yeah. Yeehaw! Alright, let's see. Looks like a lot of things got 4 stars, Panzer. I know there are some things that aren't going to get 4 stars, but a lot of things... What the fuck, Scott? Scott gave Kirby Tilt and Tumble 2 stars. There's a reason video games use controllers. Sorry, Kirby. What the fuck, Scott? Scott, what the fuck crawled up your ass? It's Kirby Tilt and Tumble. The game's good, Scott. Scott! Kirby Tilt and Tumble's a good game. Scott! Scott, what the fuck? Everyone loves Toki Tori, though. Toki Tori is... You know what? Fuck it. Let's look at some Toki Tori. I want to play some Toki Tori. Fuck it. Toki Tori's great. Also fun to say. Toki Tori. Toki Tori. I'm jamming to this, by the way. One of these days I should just get a webcam and join the masses. Just throwing a webcam up on screen. Music's a bit loud. Let me turn that down. There we go. Beautiful summer day on the chicken farm. Can I not skip this? Well, we get to watch chickens. Egg. There's 1 egg left! It's Toki Tori! He just happened to hatch at just the right time. Look at him go! Look at him go! Waddles. I do not remember the intro of Toki Tori being so long. It's a puzzle game. You don't need that much plot. Oh my god, just let me solve the puzzles, Toki Tori. Here we go. Don't remember how to play Toki Tori, I just remember this game kicking ass. Gotta get all the eggs. Oh. Nope. Okay, do I not have like any form of jump button? Probably not. Well, I mean, not jump, but like my items yet. If I recall, this is like a Lemming style thing where it's like get items and you build bridges and bullshit. Thought I had a run button for a second. Hell yeah. Yeah, here we go. Now we're gonna be building bridges. If I could remember how to do it. There we go. Just a fun little puzzle game. I don't know. I like Toki Tori. Fight me. A cute little game where he plays a chick and you get the eggs. I'll just do this last puzzle and then we'll move on. Here's the thing. I'm at the point where I've just kind of like zoned out a little bit. The screen was hovering around saying, hey, press start. I'm like, God, when is this gonna go? Alright, well, that's Toki Tori. As mentioned in chat, you can get Toki Tori on Steam now. I think it has like updating graphics and bullshit. And there's a Toki Tori 2. It's like $2 for the both of them. So, if you're interested in Toki Tori, there's legal ways to acquire recent versions of them. Let's finish this magazine. What else we got reviews of? Mary Kate and Ashley only got 3.5 stars. Scott, again, one of the low. What did Scott give the other stuff? Scott, lowest on Blue's Clues. Scott, what the fuck? Do you not like video games? God, it's about time there was a horse riding game for North America. Just imagine Scott sitting at his desk all day going, where's the horse racing games? Pounding his fist. I want to race horses. Scott fucking loves Max Steel, so this game is probably trash. Maybe we'll check it out another time. Man, they did not have a lot to say about Max Steel. Look at this. So you come up here to like Mary Kate and Ashley. The comments are like, oh, just down here in the corner. Max Steel, it's like, oh god, half the space is taken up by anything we can say about Max Steel. This game probably sucks. Batman Chaos in Gotham did not review super well. They gave it a 3, but like, look at this. It looks like it should be a 2.5. I feel like they're bumping up their numbers because you got like 3 scores here that are below 3 stars. Holy shit, Jill, horny for Toy Story. Oh my god, it feels more advanced than most Game Boy Color games. The tracks are exciting with jumps and unusual items. Beyond the 3D oohs and ahs, the gameplay is pretty middle-of-the-road fare. Wait, this is a 3D Game Boy Color... Hold up. This is a 3D Game Boy Color game. Hold the phone. Me 5 minutes ago. Kind of interested in Max Steel just to take a look at it, but it's probably not very interesting. Looks pretty bad. Me now. Hey, Toy Story Racer is a 3D Game Boy Color game. Gotta look at that. Remember that iconic Toy Story tune? I didn't even press start. It just dumped me right into the main menu. Alright, let's click race. Oh man, we gotta go to Pizza Planet. I just want to see what... There's 3 tracks. Andy's House, Pizza Planet, Street Racing. Oh no! This character select menu is so bad! Oh no! Oh no, Mr. Potato Head! This is... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Here we go! Mr. Potato Head on his wacky adventures! Five stars from Jill from Nintendo Power. This is impossible to both control and look at with my human eyes. This exists. This was a Game Boy Color game. This came out and was sold in stores in retail. I don't think this is emulator problems. I feel like this is probably the game, straight up. I'll look up YouTube videos once the stream is over. This is just awful to look at. I feel like I'm still on lap 1. Is that what the number in the top right means? How long is this? Yep, that was 1 lap, folks. I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna close this game. And we're gonna pretend that game didn't happen. Chat confirms. Looks better on an actual gameplay, but not by much. Oh god. Alright, let's see what else we got. Jill. Oh my god. Jill. Nobody cares for ultimate surfing. Surf's up, dude. Where's my board? Okay, wait. Hold on. Okay, so this is the order of what game preferences people have. So Scott loves strategy games and hates fighting games. Look down here in the bottom. It's okay. Next time we read in Nintendo Power, we see the back and we see a Scott game. We gotta go into it with the knowledge. This is a strategy game. What does Jill like? Does Jill like racing games? She likes puzzle games. How does she feel about Toki Tori? Loves it. See, that tracks. Coming up next issue. Zelda Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. And also Tech Deck, the skateboarding Game Boy Color game. What? Fingerboards, the video game. What? Ooh, hold on. Oh, yeah, the Nintendo Power Awards. Hell yeah. I remember those. Maybe we'll look at those another time. I don't want to go right from this issue to the next issue. I kind of want to, like, bounce around a bit. But we'll see. Also, I might not even have the next issue. Coverage of the next... of this era of Nintendo Power. Very spotty. I think that's it. That's it. Oh, the back of it just adds. The reviews are the last of it. That's it. Thank you guys for accompanying me in the first issue that we've looked at in Nintendo Power Quest. I'd love to do some more of this. I don't know when the next one will be, because like I don't really have any plans. I did this today because I have the day off, but I mean I normally work Friday, so I can't make this a regular Friday thing. I guess I'm gonna see how this goes over. But thank you very much once again for reading along with me. This is a fun issue to look back on. I finally got to play Aidyn Chronicles. I don't want to do that again, but I do want to do this again. So I'll see you guys next time, whenever that'll be.